Go for it. What's your topic?
Okay, are you ready?
I am ready.
Damn, bruh. Have you been working out or whatever? Or is
Yeah, baby.
T-shirt just tight?
The older women can't handle it.
Oh, your favorites. Anyway.
Have a daughter to have free insult every day.
Okay, anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about the idea of restoration.
Idea?
Oh, concept? Practice?
Yeah, better. Because an idea is just an idea. Right? What about restoration you want to go into?
I feel like we live in a very capitalistic, output-driven world. The idea of rest is almost privileged and radical. Like you don't get to rest. Condemned. It's definitely condemned.
Yeah.
But it's also like not accessible.
Right.
Like lots of people, they don't even get to rest.
Right. There was a study, I don't know if I'm going to quote the facts rightly, but the message is important. They said the poor people, their health is bad, not just because of nutrition and medication, no, because they feel they are not rich. So they never rest. Right? We must say our rest has been disturbed because we've been told how we should be. You must understand, as an Aboriginal person, as a hunter-gatherer, we just had to hunt, we had to do some chores, and life is good. Right now, you got to have 6-pack to rest. So rest is lost. We are not even resting as a humanity. One of the first demarcation of humanity is a few, and one of the demarcation is when we buried our dead. We were humane. They found a skeletal bone of a woman who had a hip bone broken. And the strange is, by the time she died, it was healed, which means somebody took care of her. She couldn't take care of herself. Right now, it is not so. We have a medical system that might abandon you. So we are not even resting into our humanity. And I'm saying, you brought it up, that restlessness is created by this so-called motivation. Everybody should be successful. Everybody should be amazing. The marketing. It started in somewhere in 1920s, when after the first crash, all these Dale Carnegies and all this, like everybody can be rich. Really? Everybody should be rich. If you're not rich, you are a loser. It took away humanity out of humanity. We all just looked at everybody as a means to an end, and a goal is planted into you. Our rest has been annihilated. We all have to make a good deal, if you know what I mean. I'll put a tariff on you. And what you're bringing up is, have we lost our center? You see, one time I was listening, and this was the life-changing statement. I was 21, 22, I was driven for success, I was doing well as I could at that time. And I was listening to Osho, and he said one statement that changed my life. He said, as much as you have the right to succeed, you have the right to fail. I went like, what? What? I never thought I had the right to fail. As much as you have the right to succeed, you have the right to fail. I'm like, what? I didn't even know I had that right. Never searched for success ever since. Just did what I had to do to survive, live the life I need to live out. Took that burden out. You want a successful marriage, not be in love. You want to be better than the other. They made friends among brothers. We failed to just be. And then some long-bearded guy, not short-bearded guy, long-bearded guy came and said, I teach you meditation. And everybody sit resting. And that became another success. The goal destroyed you. Now they gave another goal. You must be without a mind. You must sit omnipresent. You must be compassionate. Then that became another goal. The option to drop out was removed. You are diseased, sir. I'm not saying success is wrong. I'm not saying going out, making money, living, not wrong. But there has to be a choice. We have to restore ourselves. In my world, there can be people who are not interested in education. There can be people who are not interested in pursuing success. In my world. In my world, everybody don't have to be talented. Everybody's IQ doesn't have to be 150 and above. Everybody PATs doesn't have to be the top PAT and the best personality. In my world, gay people are okay. They're allowed. We embrace them. Because there are people who don't want gay people around, people who are different around. When you go to the gym, let me just do my monologue. When you go to the gym, you think they are there only for health? Do you know if you join the SEAL team, if your body fat is below 20%, they won't take you in?
Really?
Yeah. They want the body fat to be a bit higher. Not 30-40%, but I think 25 or something. Then you are healthy. Who said your six-pack being able to see you are healthy? I had a friend, what's his name? Died. It's a Fred. He's a chiropractor. Excellent. He said, all the six-packs will come to me for back problem. I was like, really? I thought six-pack means they're strong. He said, they all come. They all bust your back. You think they are in the gym for health alone? Now do you see why drug is an epidemic? They are finding artificial way. What? In ancient time, monologue, Amshi, ancient time, they dropped out. The king left the kingdom. Buddha left the kingdom. Why? He couldn't handle the stress, I think. And he rested. Of course, he didn't shave beard, he didn't do this, he rested. Then people made that a goal. First, we must acknowledge, now my children must get straight A's. Everybody must do well. Everybody must be better than the neighbor.
It's also that there's a lot of guilt and there's in not doing quote unquote enough. And there's a lot of pride in being so busy it hurts. So I'm getting up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and all is you know what I mean? And it's almost like we're in the tiredness Olympics. With you, I'm more tired than you because I only got 5 hours sleep because I was doing this. I had to get up and it's like, okay, are you proud of that? And people are.
No, I'll give you this analogy. Yeah? You start following somebody in the Instagram. He was in London, Paris. He was in Zurich. He went here, went there. He did this, did that. When you come back, you go like, wow. I will ask him, did you rest? Oh my God, what are you doing? Do you know what's the most beautiful thing about traveling the world and doing everything?
Coming home?
No, when you're not traveling. When somebody says, I'm going to Paris, good luck, enjoy. Try the croissant, try the jambon. But you feel left out. Is an advertisement to make you feel you don't have it. I have a television, they advertise a bigger television. I start thinking I don't have. So they install this I don't have. They need you to make you restless. Do you know the middle income was created just to create consumers? I'm not condemning it. There's nothing we can do. That's the way of the world, right? But when you say rest, restore, right? What do you have to restore? You. From being pulled everywhere. And it's happening to you from every direction possible. The child is a beautiful boy. He wants to play. We start putting ideas. He's supposed to speak. That day somebody brought, my daughter speaks 6 languages. Their wife. And he's very proud. He's a genius. Why is he a genius? What difference does it make? Good for her. She likes it. No, that's okay, leave it. We have a child in the audience. Yes, son.
Connor, we need to get his level of chill.
Yeah.
He's chilling.
He's reminding us.
Yeah.
He's a con man. That's his name. He will con you. Don't stare into his eyes more than 20 seconds. Then he gets
With
you.
the one little tear.
And that's
Just
it.
one little tear.
Then we are done.
No.
Let's put this. Now they're saying cortisol level up, this up, that up. You have to rest. So what is rest? I'm not sold into anything. I'm not sold. I'm back to me. Which means I'm at all time being sold. I bought this shampoo. Confession. It's called Spartan. I like it. It's very masculine. But it promises to restore hair. I'm losing some hair. I was even thinking about it. I just told somebody, hey, I heard this. What do you think you bought for me? I was thinking wearing it. I'm not allowed to bald. I'm going to try it.
I mean, you shouldn't, ladder.
Huh?
You shouldn't bald, la. Don't think it'd suit your vibe. But
That's it. Doesn't suit my vibe.
no, but that's literally it, though. It's like we're just not allowed. Like women are not allowed to age. Like people are just not allowed to be. And I do think having purpose and having a job or whatever is good. But it's like everything is so extreme. We're so purpose driven, but not in terms of like a deeper, higher purpose. In terms of like rich, more money, this.
No, it's
this.
not even rich, no, my survival. Somebody doesn't buy a car because he can afford it, it's fun. It's most often survival. I've maintained my status. They keep you in the survival mode. They meaning, I'm not talking about a conspiracy of bad guys, it's how the whole world is. In a survival mode. And as long as you're in the survival mode, you're not resting. A child rarely goes into a survival mode. The father hugs, the mother hugs, the kids, food is there. The child grows up rested, I'm not saying it should not learn how to survive. But if there's only survival, how? How? So what is restoration? To find that rest, right? Now, to find that rest, what is my restlessness? Do not hear that you are less than the other. Somebody has 2 kids and a picket fence and a white. Some real estate guy wanted to sell. Did you know? This is a very nice information. I sometimes mess up my information, but if not, it's a story. Ford was
Everything is possible fact,
possible with
not
me.
confirmed.
Possible fact. Ford was trying to sell its car. They put an advertisement of the car onto the billboard. Nothing happened. And then a genius advertiser came and said, I will get it up. Like they tried it for a year, no increase in sales. And he said, I know how to get the sales up. They put a family inside. It's the original, the father driving, the mother dressed up nicely, children at the back waving. The sale went through the roof. What was that?
It's the fantasy. Everybody is chasing that fantasy.
No, if you don't provide that, the children, the one who don't have it, lack. The father who has a car is not providing anything more. The father who cannot provide the car is lack. So you don't want your child to have a lack. It's a very good strategy. But you know where we fail? When we have something more than other, we look at them and feel sorry for them. That's our ego trip. That's what I'm saying. The poor people are not sick just because of nutrition and medication.
But
the stress of not being rich.
And that's it, right? We always like people do that. They look down on other people. Like, one of my friends, she's got a husband that we love and a baby that we love. And then we were chatting the other day and I was like, dude, I'm envious of you. Like, you have it all. And she was like, I'm envious of you. You get to you do whatever you want to do. Go. And I was just like, oh, there's no reason. Like, we're just on different paths and like it's the chasing the idea, but like when you're actually living it, the grass is always greener. So we just like, it's like, why don't we just let us be?
Because if you don't restore, you don't have the energy for life. And you don't have energy for life, you don't find your joy. And if you don't show up to work with joy, you're not going to do the job well. So it's a lose-lose situation. But we are obsessed. And our obsession has been tapped. Why do they put to sell a soap, they put a beautiful girl?
You know what's the biggest thing is perfume ads. You can't smell it on the TV or anything, but it's always a huge fantasy.
There. So are they triggering our fantasy? And when we get caught in the fantasy, we lose our rest. Then the absence of fantasy becomes a distress. For all those who don't have kids, you feel relief about now. And for all of us who have grown children, we go like, whoo. But for some who don't have kids, will go like, oh my God, I don't have kids. No, let him. So what to do now, Abshi? I think we have to find rest to live our restlessness rightly. Could I say that statement? Yes, we want more. Right? We want more. We want better things. We want our children to have more. We want to have more. But the only way to live that rightly, I must find my rest. And to find my rest, I must be out of my distress.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to establish why it's so important to restore. Actually, very nice topic, Appa is releasing a workbook, a self-study book. You all can probably get it in Amazon soon. It's called Restoration. It's not directly this, but it helps you to restore you to your pristine state. Let's say if I buy an old car, I restore it, right? I'm not referring to you, Linda. Just
Oh, God.
you
Slay.
to a pristine condition. It's like this. What is restoration? I'm back firing. I'm back alive. Like Jesus said it, he who is like a child shall enter my kingdom of God. Is he referring to that enthusiasm, that childlike state? No, but you will not go there. Listen to me. You will not go there because we are feeding off the euphoria of the other not having. What is the point of buying an expensive car if everybody has it? What is the point being married? But if everybody is married, you are not married. I have something you don't have. That's how the brain is tricked.
You think that's it?
One of it. People say, I'm so happy. Who did you insult today? I got my Bentley today. Let's say, oh my God, I'm so happy. Why? I can take revenge on all the people. And I'm going to live out. Why buy a nice car if you don't have a neighbor you hate? I think what is restoration is humanity.
But coming from that place, right? It's horrible.
Not for many. When football, they cheer the winning. Are they only cheering the excellence? Don't they booing too by the winning? I hope they're cheering the winner. I sometimes think they're celebrating the joy of somebody else's defeat. When you see boxing, if you have one guy you hit, one of the opponent, if he gets knocked out, you go like, yeah. Am I celebrating this guy's skill over him?
Yeah, but that's bigger, right? But when you're talking about like, what's the point of buying a nice car, a nice handbag, have a beautiful wife, a beautiful husband, whatever, if other people can't see it?
Why is it such a show? That means that there is nothing for them to them, Everything is to compensate the lack. Why a poor man wants to be rich? He can escape the assault of being poor. Right? So you are moving in this rest, which is distress. You don't know what it means to be joyful. You don't know what it means to celebrate. You don't know what it means to be happy.
So how? In this capitalistic TikTok, Twitter,
No,
Instagram
don't care.
world,
Laugh at it. It's a joke. Don't care.
people care though. How do you
That's
find
that's the wound.
how do you find the practice?
I think I'll quote Krishna. It's all a play. Play.
Take
Yes.
it less seriously.
Yeah. Like you can enjoy football if it's just a game. It's just a play. Some have, some don't have, some win, some lose. Can we get to play? Can our work be play? Can our life be play? Play doesn't mean callous, There is no ego involvement. The problem is when you succeed, you are enjoying the insult that you give another, that you have more than him. It's a mating thing. I'm the selection, the pre-selection. If you can avoid that high, what's the point being beautiful if you don't have a couple of ugly friends?
What the hell?
That's violence. That is violent. That is violent, isn't it? Well, how many things do you own just for me, to me, in me? I have some expensive sable brush. None of you know what a sable brush is. It's just me to me. That's my sable brush. Don't touch it. But you have brands. And the brands advertised. And they go like, oh my God, you have what? Chanel? I carry a Leica camera, M series. People don't know what the hell Leica is. They're like, what is that? It's a small camera. But 60 megapixel is one of the best cameras in the world for the photographer's camera. It's a personal. I think all these years, maybe 5 fellas have walked up to me and said, is that a Leica?
Now I'm one of those people. Every time I see someone carrying one of those cameras, I'm
because-
like, hey, that's a nice camera.
But most people don't know. Which translate, it is for me.
And is that the start of the practice? Like, how would you do that?
Something just for you.
Tangibly, if I'm listening to this,
Yeah.
how do I
Something
do
just
this?
for you. I think cooking is that for
I
you.
was just gonna say, today I was reunited with my baking pans, and there's no joy I felt. Nobody else got it. I was just, these are my pans, this is my bowl.
No, I felt it.
I have my
there.
grandmother's. Like, no, I have like I have like Ata's, my grandmother's pan, her cake pan, and that it's a scratched up old pan, and it's not non-stick. In a day of non-stick, that is my favorite pan, and that pan means everything to me.
That means there's something just for you.
So you're saying find things for you. We're talking about things, right? I'm talking about my pan, talking about your camera, but that's just things. Like, imagine you're somebody listening to this. Like, there's a part of us that can rest because we have enough,
Yeah.
and that's a fact. We have to acknowledge that.
No, but the part of you that is enough is the sacred part.
No, Appa, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having enough money. We have enough, all of that.
Right.
There are people who are struggling, to pay bills and this and that. The rest doesn't feel within reach. What about them?
Well, shame on me. Shame on the rest of us. If the strong has no mercy, then shame on me. I live that apology. Because they feel they are on their own. Nobody will help them out. And even when they help them out, it's another ego trip. Like there's a rule in your orphanage, We give a lot of stuff for the orphanage. You're not allowed to go there. Because you go there and take picture. That's not giving. Apology. Humanity must apologize. We are one species. All resources belong to everybody. I'm not talking about communism.
That doesn't answer the question.
The question is, the people who don't have enough, right?
Yeah. Imagine you've been there, you have kids, you don't not have enough money, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, oh,
How to rest?
how do I rest? How could I possibly rest?
I don't know, darling.
We talk about how it's important, how it's
But
radical.
rest to give you 100%. La. Maybe that's the only answer. I gave all I got. La.
Maybe it's just a smoke break.
No, maybe you smoke, but I think you rest that. I will not hold back and rest in that. I have to work 18 hours a day. I will do it restfully. I will not resent it. Maybe when the kids were born, I was broke. Worked every day. For the rest of my life, I rested into that. And I'm so grateful that happened, because it brought all of me. And that work was me living my love. That's my rest. I loved. Maybe I could have spent more time, but I was out there to do what I had to do. Mother had to do what she has to do. I rest into that. Maybe you make it, maybe you don't. I don't know. But you ask how to find the rest, the resolve. You have no idea what it gives you, I think I'm a lazier and a less of a man than that. Blazing. Why? Family at home. Care more than me. Oh my God, I was rested into that. Maybe that's how you find the rest. Because we live in a cruel world. We live in the cruel world. How many people you see go to the shop, buy Barbie doll and buy two, one for the neighbor's child who doesn't have money? How many do that? Until we reach to humanity, we rest into our humanity, we restore our humanity, we'll stop bombing children. Whatever justification may be.
There's no justification.
Are there? Because we are not rested into our humanity. We are made a beast. I have no answer, darling. We can explore the question, but I'm banking on humanity waking up to humanity. Can we make a difference?
It's just unfortunate we live in a world that not everybody gets the opportunity to rest. And that's a bigger...
Remember, you'll say something. I want a Chanel, but I want every poor person to have a Chanel.
I want opulent communism.
Opulent communism. Opulent communism.
I think that's it's idiosyncratic. Like those words can't go next to each other. Oxymoron.
But we also abuse, We also abuse. But you're asking how to restore. I cannot answer the bigger question. My masters had ideas, with philosophy, but you need to be rested to have the energy to do what you need to do. Maybe a smoke break will help. Maybe, I don't know, you do. But you are resting to restore, to revolt. But maybe the only thing that I can say is how important rest and restoration is. Why do we sleep at night? Our body restores itself for the day. I think we've been under distress, and distress makes us inhuman. We have been living with such lack. Like America is the most developed nation in the world. I mean, the rest of us have lack. No, you come over here. I'll tell you the beauty of my place. Interesting. I told somebody, go walk on my street and find a beggar. I said, there might be one drug addict or somebody there asking, but where? None here. There's no homeless people here. I take that. Because we take somebody in, we'll help out, we'll feed, This I'm trying to propagate, I'm just going off topic, the value of kampong, we call it. Kampong means village value. We take care of our own. Humane. We are rested, we are judged in so many ways, and not all of us are talented. This, I think, ultimately we have to rest into our humanity. But now I know you're being practical on an individual level. This much I say, Abshi, you have to find rest to do all that you need to do. So you got to figure out what gives you rest. This is the most important thing. Because then only you can come back slugging. Right? And what is meditation? You discovering your rest, not sitting with eyes closed. What is your rest? Maybe playing a flute or going for a walk or golf swing or something. But the rest has no value for you. That's all I'm saying. And that value has to be restored. Because without rest, you will not restore. You're living off adrenaline. You're living off dopamine high. You're living off trying to be better than another. You're running in distress, not in love. Like when people meet, when you meet the boy or whatever relationship you get into, if a part of you doesn't rest, that's not a relationship. I can be myself now. I can stop pretending. So the biggest problem is there's lack of energy. Right? No, let's end this. You ready to end?
Yeah.
End this way. Go meditate. Is rest important? And why you are not rested? Rested feels like defeat. I will say rethink. Only when you rest, you have an energy to fight.
And stop shaming yourself for wanting it.
Stop shaving yourself.
Shaming.
Oh, sorry. Stop shaming
I
yourself.
mean, if you don't shave if you don't want to, but
Stop shaming yourself for
wanting it.
wanting.
Wanting to rest.
We shall leave with that statement. Say the statement one last
I
time.
said stop shaming yourself for wanting to rest. Cheers.
Cheers.
I live in the UK now. We say
Oh
cheers.
my God. Oh my God. I live in Mantin, Kuala Lumpur
Oh gosh.
village.
I live in
Bye,
Oh,
guys.
Bye. I was gonna say where I lived. I can't say that.
Yeah.